Hi champions, how are you winning? I hope you're winning very strong. Welcome to the mind once again. I'm so that your girl MRC there. Anywhere, I'm still speaking to you. In everywhere you Google my name or you search my name, you will see me teaching, telling you the truth, admonishing, or suggesting because nobody knows it all, like I said. And so welcome to the mind. Remember, the mind is a place of revealing, is a place of learning and unlearning. And so today I will have to treat an important message, an important topic that I bring to us. Somebody wrote to me and said, Sister Emanuela, what is the difference between Old Testament and the New Testament? And this person asking because she was confused, and actually they're husband and wife, and because we've been going to church does not mean a lot of people actually know what's going on. I mean, this family, they just get to know God, they just get to know what it's born again is. And somebody told them and they asked me a question. Now I was trying to tell them the difference, which is in this video, because I want them to watch it so that they will understand. And in the Old Testament is about the creation, the existence of God, the existence of man, God making things to happen, God breathing his breath on clay, which is you and I, to become, sending us to do his will, which is what I'm doing also. All right. Now, in Old Testament, there was no salvation. All right. Now, New Testament salvation has come. In the Old Testament, be noticing, because I'm running too fast so that I will get some things to, So in the Old Testament, there were a lot of things that were done. But in the New Testament, some things were amended, some things were changed. Because things like if you lie, you die. Ananias, remember, and when you go to Act of Apostle, Ananias lied and died, and before the wife came, the wife also didn't know that the husband died, and she died. Between 5 minutes, 10 minutes, a husband and a wife died. Oh no. So these are the Old Testament. These things continue. In the Old Testament, it is not the blood of Jesus that is being used to salvage your sin. No. In the Old Testament, it was the blood of an animal. All right, which some people still do, which some people still believe, killing pigeon, killing this, killing that. Of course, that is there. Okay. Now, in the Old Testament, when you lie, you die. Now, in the Old Testament, sacrifices were made by one person. Now they will have to put a rope and a bell on the chief priest to go in to intercede for people, because they believe that he's holy, he's pure. Okay. So now in the New Testament of that one, the altars were built in our heart. In the New Testament, the sacrifices are made by everybody. In the Old Testament again, people were told, as in God told some few people, not just everybody. God selected the few he told or he spoke to go and tell people. All right. Now, in that same line, in the New Testament, God speaks to everybody. Oh no, there's the gift of God that different. Some are teachers, some are this, some are this. But of course, God speaks to everybody according to your grace. Some dream it, some see it as a flash, some see it in like in a trance. Some have to close their eyes to see it, some have to open their eyes to see it. But in the Old Testament, it was just a command that God gives one person. I mean one. And this person, just like Moses, he always called Moses to come to Mount Sinai, and then he will tell Moses the things he wants him to go and tell the Israelites. But now you are now the Israelite. You are not the one that is bought. You are not the one that is priceless. You are not the one that Christ have come to die for. So everything is in your heart. The altar is in your heart. The sacrifice is not in the church. It's in your heart. The altar is in your heart. Whatever you are called to do, whatever you're doing with God, whatever God will judge you, it is between you and God, not between you and church, not between you and pastor. All right. So in Old Testament, a lot of things were abolished. All right. But one thing I want you to know is that in that same Old Testament, whether you do Old Testament or New Testament, I do not care. All I know is that God of the old is still the God of now and still the God to come. All right. So don't hypocritize yourself in one place. Don't keep yourself in one place and be thinking, yes, so this is no, it's not. Okay, it is the same God everywhere. All right, God just want to, out of love, send the Son, Jesus. What did he come to do? To help us, so that everything will be done in the heart. Everything will be done, because your heart that God's question is your soul. Everything will be done in the heart. No longer, because only God knows how he judge those people. But I know that he judges them, because some of them he judged now. You die now, you wake now, you lie now, you die. All right. And some of them that, like our dispensary, when we come to our dispensary where you can lie and go free, it is grace. But know that when you lie and go free, nobody actually lies and go free, because at the end of the whole day you'll be asked, you'll be judged. So your own is that you're not being judged immediately in the New Testament. All right, but in the Old Testament you're being judged, you're being served whatever you deserve. If you deserve death come. If you deserve thunder come. Now, because of the grace, because of the cross, because of the blood, because of the price paid, because of the supper he went, because he came. All right, so now the thing is now in our heart. He left the throne, he brought it to our heart. That is why when you sin, your heart will tell you. That is why when you do one or two things, your heart will tell you. That is the conscience. That is it. All right. So the altar is being built in our heart, and no longer in according to go to the mountain. Because some people still go to the mountain. Like me, I'm a mountain prayer. I like to go to the mountain. But then mountain was a place where you go for God to see you. Now your mountain can be inside your car. Your mountain, God can come at any time and speak to you. All right. So this is it. There is nothing like, you cannot abolish this one and just leave this one. They're all. Somebody said this one, marriage, everything. Yes, everything was touched. But you see in Matthew, you see that commandment of God. You see that commandment in the Old Testament that remains the basic at which God judges you. Do not kill, do not lie. They were not trashed. They were not touched. So they remain the basis of art. Even now, no matter what they teach you, if you give your offering, give your seed, do everything, but you don't keep those 10 commandments, you're on your own. If you like, let them teach you about faith, let them teach you about wisdom, let them teach you, let's speak English, run up and down, die, everything. It's not my business. But listen to me, you see, God is God of old, God is God of now. You cannot trash anything. Some things were amended, and some people, because the thing they were amended suit them, and they feel, this is it. You are not, but God actually works with some people, and most of the things, before the things were amended, and everything was going on fine. So you see, so Jesus can be wiser than God. Jesus was honored by his name, but he cannot be wiser than God. Do you understand? So God of the old is still the God of the new, but just that some things were amended, such as blood of Jesus paying it forward for you.